G'day, it's Robbie again. Well, in the last video you would have seen I cast up this piece of aluminium, which turned out quite nicely, and it wasn't just a test cast, it was, you know, a forerunner to something I want to make up. So today I'm going to machine this up, mill it in the lathe, and hopefully it'll turn into something useful. So come for the ride and you can see what happens. Well, we're getting closer. I've machined the top, the front, the bottom, which I'll probably have to redo again, work it up, get it right at the right angle. And I'll leave the back natural, I think. So they're all the clues I can give you for now, so I'll keep going on it. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're opening out the slot to the right width to take one of these, digital caliper, and this will be a base for vertical measurements for one of those. Been going to make one of these for years, and a few of you probably figured out what this was anyway, but I'll just creep it in a bit more, just once a little bit. Right, so does it fit? Doesn't fit. Perfect job. That one anyway. See how this one goes. Yeah, good. Right. Okay, well here's the high definition plans I'm working from. Some pictures I got off the internet years ago. You can see they've been laying around for quite a while. They're oily and got my grubby finger marks all over them when I've played it, looked at them and played around thinking about this. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that one's a Starrett. This one is a who knows what. They hold the caliper in the same way, but this one pulls down onto the front of it with a little knob, just a flange, we'll just go over the edge of that. This one pushes in from the side. I don't really like that idea because you're screwing into aluminium and the thread could wear out, you know, like, I suppose it'll probably last me out, but I just like this idea you can get to it easy and just turn the knob and slide her up and down. Okay, so the depression is to take the little plate on the back, so that goes in like that, and it just needs the knob now. And considering I did it on the little old metal lathe, just, you know, I haven't got a proper mill, it all came in 100% dead square, so you can't ask for any better than that. So yeah, you know, you can do milling on the lathe if you're careful, just take your time, you can get stuff pretty right. So yeah, now I just do the knob and the job's done, and yeah, they're good. So it just works like it's a depth gauge, basically. Made out of Toyota car wheel rim, eh? How would you be? Shows you what you can do if you set your mind to things. And, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. But, okay, moving right along. Well, I've got to one of those make or break points in
the whole job, and that is, do I use it like that, in which case it just sits in like that, or do I machine it up correctly like this, going deeper, so that the probe will be dead centre in the baseline, which is really where it should be. As it is like this, it's offset. You could use it like that, it's good for going over the edge of things and that, I suppose, but really, to do the job properly, the centre of the probe should be in the centre of the base or very close to it. Did a bit more research, and this is actually a Mitsui design. So what I've got to do now is machine out more, go down a lot deeper, as deep again. Well, yeah, at least. Hope I don't stuff it up, because I'm going to have to realign all the milling and mill it from a different direction. I'm tempted to just use that as it is, make a knob and just make another one up later, but what the hell, we've come this far, I might as well just keep moving and make it to the pattern of the Mitsui. To buy these are actually $80 or $90, so you know, it's a worthwhile project. You can make your own, and yeah, so far it's turned out very nicely. Anyway, this will be a make or break it. I don't like realigning work like this because, you know, trying to get it perfectly aligned can be really tricky, particularly on a pretty basic setup like mine. Anyway, we'll keep going, and I'll either fix it or stuff it. Okay, see what happens. Well, I've reworked all this and turned out pretty right. Got it as good as I can get. So overall, I'm pretty happy. Everything's aligned all right. The caliper just drops in like so and slides in there. And the knob will go there, and everything's still good and square. So on the original design, I hope this shows up, yeah, there's a washer, it looks like a washer, the knob, and a spring that presses down possibly, so others just have a washer pressing down. So anyway, it has to be recessed into the top section, so I have to mill a bit of that out, make up a washer, make up a knob, and I've got a 5mm bolt that I'll bring in from the other side and recess the head, thread into that, Loctite it in, and then the knob will screw onto that, so that way the thread's not wearing in the aluminium, which isn't really a great idea. But yeah, it turned out pretty right. Having to rework it was a bit of a nuisance, and I was a bit sceptical whether I could align everything correctly again, because it's not that easy. And anyway, looking good, so we'll keep on keeping on. we've got to this point where all this block work is done. This is basically finished. I've milled out a depression for the little washer and the base of the tightening nut to go into. Drilled and tapped the and Loctited in a bolt, recessed the back for the head. So now it's just a matter of do the thumb screw. So this basically just sits in like so, and then the little washer, which I just happen to have, goes on top, and then the wing nut will just, the thumb screw will just pull down on that. I'll make that the same diameter as the washer with a bigger knob, and that's it. So that will clear the centre slide on the Mitsu Toyo, and of course on the digital one it won't matter because the slide is on the back on these. So yeah, there's a little project. It's coming up good, and yeah, everything's worked out pretty good considering. Okay, for the knob I'll just use this bit of knurling I did in an earlier video, so dragging out the knurl. I'll just cut this off and then just work it up, and that should be about the right diameter anyway, and the knurling turned out pretty good, so yeah, just utilise what you got. So we'll do that. Well, here's the finished article. Turned out pretty right. So just a matter now of put a caliper in it and see how it all fits together. And here's the finished article with my Mitsu Toyo caliper in it. And of course it will take a digital one as well. And it's the sort of job anybody could really do. It's not difficult. You would have noticed I did the whole job using ER32 collet system in the headstock and the tailstock. It's the way to go. I thoroughly recommend you looking at getting a collet set. Also, the aluminium was an old Toyota wheel rim melted down. As you can see, I just poured it, melted it, poured it, didn't degas it or flux it, and there's not a single pinhole in that. That was just a beautiful piece of aluminium to work. So, you know, you get it for free, you melt it down, saves buying stuff, save money, learn along the way. Well, that's it from me. I hope you found it interesting. And at the end of the day, yeah, get into it, do it. You can do it for sure. Okay, I'll see you next time. Cheers.